Let me introduce to you our next speaker. He is an experienced sales and marketing specialist who joined MTCC in 2001 and was assigned to his current position as the General Manager of the Marine Transport Division last year. In his 21 years of service in the company, he has served in several senior posts. He served as the General Manager of the Trading Division. He has also served as the Head of Sales and Marketing, Transport Department, Procurement, Logistical Operations, and Business Development. He holds a master's degree in economics from the University of Malaysia. Any guesses to who I am talking about? To give his keynote speech on reliable public transport network for economic prosperity, please welcome Mr. Ismail Fariq. Mr. Ismail Fariq.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Minister of Fisheries, Marine Resources and Agriculture, Dr. Hussein Rashid Hassan, President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of the Maldives and the Auditor General, Mr. Hussein Niazi, members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of the Maldives, distinguished guests, good afternoon, assalamu alaikum. As some of the guests have mentioned, it's a bit intimidating to give a speech on an accountants forum, being a person from transport and economics background. But I think accounting and economics goes hand to hand. I think we can work something together. Just before the lunch, I got to meet my daughter just outside this place. She's studying in Kalafan School. And she said, why I'm wearing a suit? And I said, I need to give a speech regarding transport to accountants. And she said that it's a very boring topic. So I guess I'll try to make this as insightful as much as possible. I also asked her, every day I ask her this question, what new thing you have learned today? And fortunately, she mentioned that the new topic for today is bookkeeping. So I said, it's what today is all about. Accountants do the big bookkeepings. And it's a topic that I don't like very much. It's my pleasure to join all of you at the 5th edition of the Maldives Accountants Forum. Over the past years, we have witnessed the steady evolution of this forum, where it has become a very significant event in the Maldives. On behalf of MTCC, I would like to thank President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of the Maldives and the Auditor General, Mr. Hussein Niazi, and his devoted team for inviting us to this event. Maldives is spread over more than 180 inhabited islands, grouped into 20 administrative atolls. During the morning session, Dr. Nasir gave a very detailed, insightful information of how the geography of Maldives is. So I'm not going to go in detail on this. Mobility of the people from one island to the other is an important factor that will contribute to the economic development. Due to the size and the limitations of the facilities and the limited population of these small islands, it's a challenge to bring economic prosperity to each and every island in this nation. However, with a proper mechanism that will facilitate an easy and a reliable transportation between these islands can curb this challenge. This is where MTCC comes in. Over the past years, MTCC have been an important partner to the government in providing public transport within the Maldives. The role of MTCC is not just providing the transportation, but also is the leading contractor in building the infrastructure needed for the transportation in these islands. A reliable means of public transport and related infrastructure development is a key component of economic transformation. Inadequate public transport investments can hold back economic development. The principal role of public transport is to provide or improve access to different locations for individual movements. Public transport provides people with access to workplaces, schools, and shops at different islands. It connects them to social, recreational, community, and medical facilities for personal and leisure activities. Public transport services are produced and consumed jointly with transport infrastructure. With production of more passenger ferries, requires more investments in harbor reconstruction. The demand for public transport cannot be treated solely as a derived demand, that is, solely corresponding to passenger movements in the wider economy. Improved access is a necessary precondition for increased productivity, and improvements in transport systems may themselves promote growth. Today, MTCC is responsible to provide public transport to the whole Maldives. This includes both land and sea transport services. On average, on a single day, approximately 40,000 commuters are traveling within Maldives using MTCC's buses and ferries. Out of these, 94% of commuters are from the greater Malay region. Just 6% of these commuters are within the other atolls. As you will know, 60% of the Maldives resident populations lives in the islands, but out of the whole commuters, only 6% travels using the public ferries. Although the resident population in the greater Malay region is relatively higher compared with that of the other atolls, the data tells us that there is a huge potential for improvement within the islands, or rather, the need for a better transport infrastructure within the atolls. Rajya Transport Link, or RTL, is an initiation of the government of Maldives to transform public transport in Maldives. The government trusted MTCC to implement and operate this service. The aim of RTL is to connect all the islands with a high-speed ferry system that will be a convenient and a reliable means of transport. Today, we have started this service on northern atolls, Halif, Hadal, Shavian Atoll, as part of the phase 1 of this project. The change we are seeing within these 41 islands is very promising. The easy, convenient, and reliable RTL ferry services have started to contribute to the socio-economic prosperity of these islands. More people have started traveling to islands that was previously considered as too far to travel or too difficult to travel. On average, daily 800 to 1,000 commuters are traveling within these 41 islands. Before RTL ferries, this number was way below 300 passengers a day. More movement means more economic activities. Local tourism, ecotourism, and local transportation are positively impacted in this region due to this. At present, 60% of the passengers using RTL ferry travels for medical purposes in this region to Kuludufish, Diddu, or Fonadu island hospitals. From the feedback we are getting, there is a huge increase in patients to these hospitals. This increase is not due to more people getting sick. It's rather now more people have the better access to medical services in these islands. That is because every day they can travel and return from each island to the regional hospitals and go back. And the travels are convenient and at a lower cost. This is how RTL has brought prosperity to these 41 islands. RTL ferry network will be fully implemented in whole Maldives within the next 2 years. As with RTL ferry, RTL bus services also have helped to reshape the public transportation in the Greater Malay region in particular. With the introduction of Malay bus services, daily 5,000 commuters are using this service. Although we are positively changing the public transport system in Maldives, the big challenge we all have is the increase in price of fuel. When we started planning the RTL project with the government back in 2020, the crude oil price in the world market was just slightly above $40 a barrel. Now the prices have increased to $104 a barrel with the Ukraine war. The relief is that it is momentarily stabilized, yet the costs are high. Reliability of a public transport system will depend on its sustainability. As all our fleet in RDL ferry and bus runs on diesel fuel, the increased fuel price has brought a lot of financial burden to MTCC and to the government. The cost of transport need to be reduced to guarantee a long-term sustainable public transport system. The long-term solution for this is an alternative energy source and the technology to run this fleet of buses and ferries. We are working alongside with the Ministry of Environment and the Ministry of Transport to achieve this. The good news is, before the end of this year, with the assistance of the government, MTCC will be introducing electric minibuses to our fleet of buses operated in Mali City. This will be the beginning of the decarbonization of the public transport in the Maldives. MTCC is fully committed to work alongside the government of Maldives to achieve the government's target of net zero by the year 2030. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.